Remember early 2008? Growth was great, resources looked scarce, and commodity prices were soaring. Well, scan the headlines and it almost seemed as if there were no new frontiers to tackle in the world economy. That worry actually spurred a search that ignited interest in new prospects. Colombia is a great example. It has advanced cities, a strong financial system, and a growing consumer class, but it also has vast untapped resources in very underdeveloped regions. As the world returns to growth, how is this new frontier market likely to do? Well, prior to the global crisis, Colombia's growth numbers were impressive. From 2004 to 2007, economic activity increased at an average pace just shy of 6%. It paused in 2008, but quickly resumed a decent clip, notching a 6.6% gain in 2011 and back-to-back 4% gains in the past 2 years. Real GDP now stands 24% above the 2008 level. That's an enviable record. Colombia is already very much on the move, suggesting that higher world growth will only enhance its prospects. The potential is there, but securing future growth isn't guaranteed. Currently, the country's infrastructure is constraining growth, ranking 92nd in the world according to the Global Competitiveness Index. Evidence suggests that it is 5 times more costly to transport goods inside the country than transocean Asia-Colombia freight rates. Aware of this dilemma, the government has embarked on an aggressive $27 billion infrastructure spending binge, awarding 40 concessions in a 2-year time frame. Well, this activity is expected to boost near-term annual GDP growth by 1.5%. Canada is already quite active in Colombia. Total merchandise exports to Colombia rose on average by 8.4% annually from 2000 through 2012. However, the pace was actually weighed down by the primary goods sector. Higher valued exports actually increased by 24% annually in the same time frame, rising from just 5% of total merchandise exports in 2000 to 28% by 2012. Exports suffered a setback in 2013, but it is expected to be temporary. Trade between Canada and Colombia is roughly balanced. Imports are concentrated in agriculture, coal, and oil and gas products. Well, Canadian investors are well known in Colombia, particularly in the oil and gas sector. The crisis proved to be a setback to impressive investment activity, but it has since rebounded. Canadian direct investment in Colombia is now over 70% higher than at the 2008 peak at just under $1.8 billion. Thanks to the Canada-Colombia Free Trade Agreement, Canada's trade and investment activities in Colombia are expected to flourish in the upcoming global economic cycle. Operating in Colombia is not without its risks. Institutions are weak, in particular the regulatory process. Environmental and social permits can take up to 18 months to secure, and mining and oil and gas exploration activity continues to be stalled. Ongoing security issues and corruption are also key concerns, and social conflict is quickly rising to the top among business-inhibiting concerns, with demonstrations nipping up to 0.5% away from annual GDP growth. Juxtaposed against the opportunities, these significant concerns can be daunting. However, risk-mitigating solutions are readily available. Given the huge potential and natural market advantages for Canadian firms, this week in Bogota, EDC officially opened its 18th international office in order to serve the needs of current and future Canadian operations in this dynamic market. The bottom line? In a world of shrinking frontiers, Colombia presents a great opportunity for Canadian firms in a broad array of industries. With appropriate risk coverage, savvy traders and investors can do very well in the coming growth cycle in this very dynamic market. Until next week, I'm Peter Hall.